Dressmakers, welcome again on the channel. This is going to be a detailed tutorial of a 2-layered handkerchief skirt. So this is the fabric which I'm going to be using. I have 3 yards of fabric here with me. So now let's go ahead to make use of this Mikado fabric. Let's consider our measurements: waist, hip, and then the skirt length. The waist is 32 inches. Technically, you don't really need the hip measurements, but you need the skirt length. Now, if you want a skirt length of 42 inches, that pointy edge of a handkerchief skirt will always be 12 inches longer than the actual length. This simply means that if you want your full length to be 42 inches, the length of your skirt should be 30 inches when you are cutting, because by the time it becomes the handkerchief skirt, the long side plus 12 will give you 42. If not, you are going to realize that if you make it longer than this 30 inches, it means that your skirt length, the pointy parts, will be touching the ground and it's just going to be dragging the ground, something like that. Okay, so it's important that you have that in mind, because when you see a handkerchief skirt that you see that it looks like everything is touching the ground and dragging, is because of these 12 inches. Okay, have it in mind that that handkerchief pointy part will always be 12 inches longer. So summarize it into the measurements. Okay, so if you want something of 48 inches long, it means that you have to do 48 minus 12, and that would be the measurements. Okay, I just needed to make this video really detailed. Now, to mark the waistline measurement, to get that waist off cut, just like you will cut your flare, your waist divided by 6.28 will give you what you are going to take out. I have 5.09 here, approximately 5.1, but I'm going to use 5 inches because by the time you cut that circle, the waist circle side will expand. So I want to use 5 inch. That way I have 5 inch plus the skirt length. If you want your skirt length based on what I said earlier concerning the calculation, so this skirt length, if I want it to be a floor length, it will be 30 inches, because 30 plus 12 will give me 42, which is the floor length for my skirt. Okay, so I did 30 plus 5 here, so I'm going to see if I'll get this 35. The length of my fabric is 60 inches and I don't want to join, so I want the overall to be 30 inches, so that by the time I put my 60 inches on fold, I will get all my measurements from it without joining anything. If you want to go ahead to join your own fabric, you can go ahead to use your desired length, but now I'm reducing this length to 25 inches. So 25 plus 12 will now be how long the skirt will be eventually. So add the 5 inches off cuts for the flare area plus 25, and you are going to use your 30 inches, which is the production length of the fabric. I hope you understand. If you have any question regarding this, let me know in the comment. I just needed to make this really explanatory so that you can have a good understanding. If you are struggling with an handkerchief skirt that is too long, it seems like the pointy part is dragging, this is the issue, and I know that I've been able to simplify this explanation for you so that you can understand going forward. Alright, now lay your fabric out and fold your fabric into 2 on the fabric height, not that area where the yards or the meters is being measured, the fabric height, the other side, the production length. Okay, so fold it into 2, and this is where I was referring to as the 60 inches length. Mikado usually comes in 60 inches, so I folded it into 2. After folding into 2, now I have it on about 30 inches. Okay, so the next thing you are going to do is now go ahead to fold it again into 2 on that area where you would normally measure the meters or the yards of the fabric. So that way you have 30 inches on the length and 30 inches on the breadth. Now everything would have been folded into 4, and then you would pin. Okay, the reason why it's easy to just go ahead with this is because we have already done our calculation prior to this time, so we know that we need 60 inches on the right and 60 inches on the breadth, the height and the breadth. Okay, so now this is what we have now. Inside of this, we are going to get our skirt length. All right, on this side, just like you normally cut your flare, you go ahead to take out that 5 inches we calculated earlier, your waist divided by 6.28. For the measurements we are using, we have 5 inches when we calculated it earlier. Okay, so on this fold corner right here, you are going to now mark your 5 inches. All right, so after you have marked your 5 inches, you are going to now cut out that off cut. Confirm the measurement. You can see I have 32 and a few centimeters here. Okay, so what I want to do now is to cut this out. That little extra, I have 8.25. That little extra is going to be the seam allowance for the zipper. Okay, and take a look at what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to remove one. Okay, I'm going to remove one of those 2 folds, and then I'm going to cut out one. Cut out only one. You can see the other fold is still inside. And now here I'm just cutting out the rough edges. Okay, so these edges are just the raw edges. It makes the hemline bulky. I don't want it, so I'm cutting that off. Okay, and this side where I slash out is where the zipper will be. Do you understand? If you do not understand, you have any question, like I said, leave it to me in the comment. And if you have gotten some value in this video already, give it a thumbs up. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Now we have cut the long layer of the skirt. For the second layer of the skirt, which is the shorter part, there's going to be a slight difference between this one and the previous one. If you've seen the previous one on this channel before, you will know that the top layer is cut straight, but in this layer we are going to have the cut just like we did the first one. In this case, the length is going to be shorter than the first one because the first one is the longer length. So pay attention to how I'm going to do it. Fold the fabric also into 2 based on the length that you want. Okay, now based on the new shorter length, I want that to be 17 inches. So for this short length, I'm going to use the short length to fold my fabric. So after I folded my fabric, even if you take a look at the picture, you will see that at the center is about the same. Although we are drawing inspiration from these skirts, we are not actually making this exact skirt. You can see it's shorter than the longer length that is down. The shorter one is on top. So, but you can see that on the side is a little bit long. Just pay attention. So the length is going to be 18 inches. Okay, from the 18 inches, I'm going to take out my seam allowance. Okay, so I have my 18 inches length here. So use this 18 inches to now fold it again. First of all, I'm going to reduce this bulky edge. Okay, so after reducing the bulky edge, this is your short length of the skirt. So fold it into 2 again like this. Now you have folded it into 4 now. Okay, so now that you have folded it into 4, now the next thing is the length of the side. Can you see the length is 18? So on the front is going to be 18, but towards the side is a little bit longer. I want it to be a little bit longer. You can do 18 here and 18 also on the other side, but for this one I want this to be 20 inches. So I'm going to make use of this 20 inches that I have here. I'm just going to position it to go towards the side. But you can also have it the same 18 inches just like we did earlier when we were cutting the first one. It's your choice, just get creative, but we are drawing inspiration from this picture that we have on the thumbnail. Okay, so after I have folded that, cut it out. After cutting it out, you are going to be using the first one that you cut to actually cut this smaller one because it's the same waist area, is the same waist length. So mark out your wrong side, especially with fabric like this, so that you do not get confused when you are sewing. So I marked out the wrong side of the fabric and then arrange it nicely to place the one that we already cut the waist area out. So there's no need to calculate and then recalculate the waist area again. Just use this one to cut this shorter one. It's still going to be the same waist measurement. Okay, so that way you can just cut it out just like that. After cutting out the waist on the shorter length like this, you are going to open up one of the layers for the center back. Take a look at it, only one, okay? One. I'm opening up only one. Please pay attention here, don't go ahead to cut the two. You can see I've separated it and I'm opening up only one right there. You can see the second fold is still inside, just like we did the first time, and you can see the both waist match. The next thing we are going to do now is to cut the band for this skirt. Okay, I want a band of 1.5 inch, so definitely by the time you put that, open it up, because a band will usually be on fold. You are going to cut a fabric of 3 inches. Now don't forget that you also need seam allowance on the band, so your band will be 3.5 if you open it up by 33 inches. 33 inches now means that 32 inches for actual waist plus the half inch that you will use to join the zipper of the skirt. Okay, so I have 3.5 here. Okay, so go ahead to make the wideness of the band 3.5. so by the time you put it on fold and by the time you add interfacing, it will be more than 1.5, and then you can use the rest for the seam allowance. So check out the length of the band, 33 inches, but I'm going to make this 33, so cut it out. You can say I add a little just in case I add the interfacing, which is the stay, and then it's either expand or it shrinks. Fabrics behave like that, so that's why I added that a little more. Okay, but what we actually need is 33 inches. By the time we are sewing, if it's more than, we can always trim it down. So this is our band. This is the 3 components that will make up this skirt: the first layer, the second layer, and the waistband. So now we can go ahead to start sewing right now. To make everything sewing easy, the first tip I will give you is to go ahead to sew all the hem line. This center part, which we are going to add the zipper, that's the only part we are not going to sew. Okay, can you see? For the two, you are not going to sew, but from here all the way down, all the way until you get to the other side, you are going to sew. I showed this in detail in the last handkerchief skirt that we made. I will link that video up here for you, just so that you can also see that video, just in case you've not seen it. So I'm going to start sewing from here. Can you see? Just a roll hem, just like this, all the way until I get to the other end. So once I see that marking, I know I'm on the other end. Okay, and I'm going to do that for the longer panel or the longer layer as well. Okay, so once you have done that, go ahead to iron it. This is the tip that makes the sewing easy. If you go ahead to put everything together before you iron it, it's going to be stressful. So I like to iron it like this. You can see. So once I'm done with sewing, I will just iron out the crease that forms at that center, and using that method has always been easy for me. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do, open up the fabric on the table just like this. Open up the short one, open up the long one. This circle part is the part that is going to be facing you, and make sure that the right side of both fabric is facing you, both the short one and the long one. You place them on top of each other. Both of them, the waist measurement is the same, so if you have cut it properly, the two should match. Even if there's a difference, it should just be like a tiny difference, which might not really like matter. Okay, so if you've cut it properly, everything will turn out right. So open it up, lay it on your table like this, place the second one on it, and then you go ahead to pin the two together. After pinning it together, you are going to go ahead to stitch it round just as you have pinned it. Give it a double stitch this way, just in case the waist area is now expand. You can just pull it in slightly back to your waist area, because this fabric grade now is on a flare, so it might likely be more than the measurement. Okay, now I have done sewing it. Can you see? So now next thing, let's measure what we have. Let's see whether it actually expand or it's still our actual waist measurements. So you can see it's just a little maybe half inch more. Okay, so I'm just going to pull that half inch. I don't want it to become a pleat anywhere, so just pull it in just so that you can send it into that waist area. But I'm going to make sure that it stays at the back, not towards the front. It's just half inch difference. Okay, so it's not really much. So I'm bringing the camera close so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, the reason why I have 2 stitches here is so that the pulling can be easy, and then the stitches is not going to cut. Okay, just like you would traditionally do your manual gathers. Okay, so by the time you pull it in like this, since the difference is not much, this should be okay. So I'm just going to check again to confirm whether this measurement that we have is now okay. Now that I have seen that the measurement is now okay, the next thing to do is to go ahead to add the band. Here is my band. I've gone ahead to add the interfacing into the band. Take a look at it. Now you can see that the measurement is still the same, which means this fabric did not stretch and it did not shrink. So let's cut out this excess. We now have 33 inches. The next thing will be to go ahead to sew this to the band. Notch the band and match your notch, match it with the actual skirt. Okay, and then place it together like this, pin it so that the sewing can be easy. And once you are done pinning it, you can now go ahead to just sew it straight, just the same way that you have pinned everything together in place. Now after sewing it, here is what it looks like. You can see how nice everything sort of look like, and I've also gone ahead to overlock it here so that everything can be neat. Okay, so the next thing to do now is to pick up the center back for both. That side that we open up is the center back where we are going to be putting the zipper, and then pin it together just like this. And what you are going to do is to mark out that section where you are going to be installing your zipper, and then stitch on the rest of it. Okay, so I'm going to mark out the area for my zipper right here. Okay, can you see? So I mark out this 10 inches and I'm going to sew here just like this. Okay, now after I am done sewing, this is what I have. This is what you should have as well. The next thing will be for you to install your zipper. You can see the zipper opening right there. You can pin it to make installing the zipper really easy, just like you will normally install your zipper. I know that you should know that by now. Okay, but if you still have any issue installing zipper, I have linked a video up here for you. It's going to guide you to install your zipper easily. Okay, once I'm done installing the zipper, this is the final look of my skirt. Can you see how beautiful it is? Just make sure you give it a nice press, and then the final look will come out really looking nice. I know that this video has been helpful, so take a moment to subscribe if you have not done so already. Give this video a thumbs up, and also if you have any questions, ask me in the comments and drop me some sweet comments if you find this video really helpful. I'll see you again in the next tutorial. Don't stop being creative. Thanks for watching.